it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my Flagstaff home. Today I have a different kind of video for you on this channel. I've never done an unboxing on this channel, and I received something kind of cool from a company called AHopeGarden, and this is a hydroponic garden. So if you've watched my channel in the past, you have probably seen that I use a hydroponic garden or have used one in the past, and I just didn't know that there were other brands out there. So I thought I would do an unboxing to just kind of show you what this is. So this is called AHopeGarden Intelligent Planter, but you can see right here the planter. I think it has space for 8 different plants that you can grow, but we'll open it up and take a look. And then it's got lights and all of that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So inside, when I open this up, I see that there's a card that is a quick guide. So this is kind of a quick guide to setting up, and then this is a more detailed manual that explains everything in here. So it looks like the instructions are pretty clear. Let's set this aside. I'll show you what's in it first, and then I will set it up for you so you can kind of see how that goes. All right, let's pull this out of here. I love a hydroponic garden is so cool because you can have fresh herbs growing on your countertop. You can grow vegetables and flowers even. You could put it in your living room and just have flowers all year round, which is kind of cool. So when I pull it out of the box, I've got this, and then I'm gonna lift up. So I just lifted up there looks like they're LED lights under there. You see that? And then inside, the lid, the part that secures onto the hydroponic part, the water, has 8 openings. And then there's also there's some tiny little holes that, I don't know if you can see them right there, that I'll show you what those are for, because I saw a picture of it. So there's actually 9 holes, but one of them, it has a little plug in it, and that's where you put water in when you're going to refill it. So inside, they've given me some seed pods. So they're like the soil things, and it says seeds not included. So I'm guessing it means there's no seeds included in this bag with the little soil pod things. It would be really interesting if they didn't give me any seeds at all, so maybe you have to provide your own. One thing I did notice is that this seems to be less expensive than others I've seen. So on the website, the AHopeGarden website, this size planter is $59.99, I think, and then they have another one that is a smaller version. I can't think of how many holes there are for growing on that one, but I will also say what that is. So then in this one, I'll go ahead and just open the bag. These are the little inserts that fit. So you take this, and then you take one of the seed pod, the soil things, and then you put it in here. And then when you've got these in here, this part rests in the water and then soaks into that soil pod and then keeps it wet, so you don't have to water your plants. They just stay watered. Okay, this last little bag has these other little covers. So if I decided that I didn't want to grow 8 different plants, I could cover up one of these holes so that then I don't lose moisture from these different holes. And so if I just wanted to grow 2 plants, I could put a cover on all of them but 2. So they've included several of those, which is nice. I have never I've never seen that before. And then the other thing they've included are these little plastic covers, and that's for when you plant. So let me give you an idea. When you put one of these in and you put the soil pod with the seed in and you want it to then sprout, you take one of these plastic covers and you put it over the top. Can you see that there? And so that keeps moisture in, and you leave it on there until the plant starts to grow and then touches the top of that. And then it's time for you to pull it off and let the plant grow on its own. They've also included these little like signs, and you can put them into the little hole that's on there. And then, so if you don't remember, if you think you're not going to remember what you planted, if you're planting a few different things, then you can tell that you have like basil here. And then in another one, you could say that you've got like parsley or something. So if you think you might not know what the plant is by sight, then that would be helpful. It'd be really nice if you were, say, growing tomatoes, a couple of different kinds of cherry tomatoes, then you could identify what they are, because sometimes the plant will look the same. Okay, and then what do we have in here? Okay, in this box, they've included the electrical cord. And then in this one, it almost sounds like maybe we've got seeds in here, I'm hoping. What do we have? There's plant food. Interesting. So it's kind of like they're little granules. And it says, yeah, you add water to this and shake it up, I guess, and then put that in. I'll read more about this when I put it together. So it also came with some little stickers where you can put the name of the plant and the date that you planted it. So, oh, and then there was also like some little tweezers here. So I'll have to read more about why we need the tweezers. So it does not look like this comes with any seeds in them. So that means that you can plant whatever it is you want. In my experience with hydroponic gardens, I have grown lettuce before that grows really well. With the size of it, though, it's not like you have to, when you make a salad, you pick enough of it that you can make a salad with it. Then you have to wait a while for, to get enough to have another one. Herbs I grow all winter long. I love to grow basil, especially right now. I'm growing mint and dill. And what else? Mint, dill, a couple kinds of basil, and some thyme in a different kind of hydroponic garden. So I'm excited to try. And that my other plants are kind of getting to the point where I'm going to need to throw them out. So this will be great to start up a new one. These are the little soil pods, and they're not really made of soil, but... And I'll have to see if it says if they're biodegradable. But anyway, so you take this, you drop it inside. There's a little hole in that little seed pod, and that's where you can put your seeds in. You drop that into this, which then sets inside of that, and it keeps it wet. And then I'll read the directions on it, but there should be a way to set it for the amount of time that I want the light on. And so part of the time it will stay on, and then part of the time it will turn off. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and move to a different location so I can set this up and show you how it all comes together. All right, so here are all the supplies laid out on the table. This is what it looks like when it's all set up. The top moves up and down. It doesn't have like a little lever that you push to be able to move it up and down. You just either pull it to lift it up or push it to make it go down lower. So you want to start it low when you're planting your seeds, and then as the plant gets taller, then you lift that up. There's also they're the little caps I told you about that cover up the holes if you're not growing all of the plants. The little signs that stick in to label if you want to show what you're growing. These are those little baskets that hold the seed sponges, they call those. They're stickers if you need to label the date that you planted them. The tweezers are for, I read the manual, the tweezers are for putting the seeds in if you need that. And then those are the nutrient bottles. You put water into those and shake them up. And then that's not just like one thing you poured in, you pour in just a little bit. And then the next time you add a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grow some basil in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. Okay, so you can see here that I actually went and soaked these first, the seed pod, and then just popped it into each one of these. It kind of swells up a little bit. And now I'm going to put the seeds in. Okay, so I just filled this up with water, and there is one very important thing that was not listed in the instruction manual. So I was wondering what this was. There were two of these little rubber things that were included with the supplies. It didn't say what they were, and so I thought, well, I guess I'll figure it out. Well, on the back of this tank, there's a water release hole that dumps water everywhere if you don't put one of these in to cover it up. And so the water just went pouring all over my table. Make sure that you put this little thing in on the hole on the back, and that keeps the water from coming out, obviously. It's kind of a nice feature to have that if you need to let out some of the water and refill it. Okay, so I have the water in here mostly filled in, and so I have the last of it to put in. It shows you the maximum amount of water to put in, and then you just have to check that periodically. You just check right there to see what the water level is and keep it full. So now I've got my seeds in, and I am going to go ahead and plug this in. Okay, I have it plugged in, and you can see that I pushed the light panel all the way down because you want it to stay nice and warm. And then on the top, it gives you the option of selecting whether you're growing vegetables or flowers, because the light requirement is different. It has a button that says water here. I'm guessing that maybe flashes when you're low on water. And then this is the power button. So you can see, let me turn it off. And then if I turn it back on, it automatically goes to vegetables. If I was growing flowers, I could hit that, but I'm going to turn it back to there. And you can see once the vegetables, or once my basil gets tall enough, then I'll remove these caps, and I put about two or three seeds in each pod. So I'll look for the strongest one and clip out the other ones, and then just raise this panel as the herbs grow. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in checking out AHopeGarden, I've put a link in the space below where you can head on over to their website and check it out. I'm telling you, growing fresh vegetables and herbs inside during the winter is so nice. I do it every year. I just think it's so fun. And really, with a garden like this, you can grow flowers and different plants all year round, whether it's summer or winter. So check this out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll come back and join me on my Flagstaff home for all things home related. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.